Hey friend, Sean from SGT Report here. Before the story is straight and before any due process has occurred, the agenda to destroy the Second Amendment once again becomes clear. As I tweeted out to President Donald Trump, Rand Paul, Senator Ted Cruz, Representative Matt Gaetz, and Jim Jordan, we the people will never, ever give up our Second Amendment right because a criminal used a gun in an act of violence. Shall not be infringed is the line in the sand in this free republic. Our president will address Americans on Monday morning, and evidently the president may take an enough is enough attitude because of the latest mass shootings in El Paso and Ohio. With Zero Hedge reporting, the president said today, "We have to get it stopped," adding that perhaps more needs to be done with respect to gun control. And friends, that's a non-starter, a dead end. The right to bear arms shall not be infringed. And we the people will never, ever relinquish our right to defend ourselves, our families, and against the rise of an authoritarian government which no longer represents the people. The Second Amendment is the line in the sand. And as it relates to the mass shooting in El Paso, without getting into the weeds of all of the conflicting eyewitness testimony, early official reports, and images that raise questions about the official story, we demand that authorities show the security cam footage from the mall, the Walmart parking lot, and city and traffic cameras that will validate and prove the official version of the El Paso massacre is the correct and accurate version, that this was carried out by one lone white male shooter allegedly named Patrick Crusius. One wonders, why is there always a rush for stricter gun laws long before any due process has been carried out? Because these events are designed to provide the rationale for seizing the guns of free people. To wit, I shared this tweet from our friend Joe Mesopos, who wrote, "The media is weaponizing tragedies by deceptively inventing entirely new personas to cast these shooters as Trump and Q supporters. Then they broadcast the lies knowingly to their sleeping base. They are literally waging a civil war against the people." And the word literally cannot be taken lightly, so I'll point out this tweet from Maxine Waters on Sunday. "The El Paso white nationalist terrorist attacked a community with a large Mexican and immigrant population. The El Paso terrorist said in his manifesto, Hispanics, race mix, and that this is another reason to send them back." Did his words, "send them back," sound familiar to anyone? "Well, Maxine, you pandering wretch," was my reply. "No one who truly cares about this country and other human beings would ever harm innocent people, especially MAGA patriots." By the way, the alleged shooter's political affiliation was altered and switched from Democrat to Republican yesterday. So I'll reiterate, the Marxists will not get our guns. And if Kamala Harris really thinks that door-to-door gun seizures will work if she becomes president, which thankfully will never happen, then it's clear she wants a civil war in the United States. And speaking of dishonest Democrats, you'll get a kick out of this. I noticed on Twitter the other day that the Democratic Governors Association was conducting their version of a straw poll. Now, a straw poll is specifically designed to show which candidates the electorate is most excited about from a grassroots level. And knowing how much the mainstream media and the Democratic establishment fear and loathe Tulsi Gabbard, I wanted to see the poll results for myself. So I took part in their fishing expedition. I think you'll appreciate the results. So it began like this: Democratic primary straw poll. Again, a straw poll is specifically designed to find out exactly who the respondents are most excited about. So it should give you the percentages that each candidate received in the straw poll voting. Number 1, Democratic primary straw poll. Let us know who you support in the primary. If I were a Democrat, I would select Tulsi Gabbard. Question number 2, which characteristics are you looking for in a 2020 presidential candidate? Someone who reflects America's diversity? What does that even mean? The candidate has to be black or brown, a woman? What does that even mean? Number 2, someone who can defeat Donald Trump. Number 3, someone who takes a stand on controversial issues. Oh, like pro-abortion in the 9th month? Yeah, that's what I'm for. Number 4, someone passionate about the issues I care about. I don't think most Democrats are passionate about any issues other than open borders and abortion on demand. Oh, and maybe gun grabs. And finally, other, which is what I selected and wrote in, someone who respects the First Amendment. I should have also added, and the Second. And the next question in the Democratic primary straw poll was, which issues should candidates focus on in the 2020 elections? Get this. Healthcare, okay, sure, important. Jobs in the economy, okay, the Republicans need to talk about that too. Clean energy and the environment, well, there comes your carbon taxes and Agenda 2030 policies. Voting rights, immigration, women's rights, LGBTQ rights. I was really tempted to click that box because I'm very passionate that there's special protected groups. We should probably have more of those. Foreign policy, I decided to click other, and I wrote in the Constitution, national borders, and lawful immigration. And then they gave me the results of the straw poll. Thanks for voting. Here are the current frontrunners: Joe Biden, Pete, Kamala, Bernie, and Elizabeth. No percentages, no results as an actual straw poll would show, and none of the other Democratic candidates are listed, including Tulsi Gabbard. What a shock. The same people who say they want fair elections in the United States because of Russian meddling in the last election, this is the Democratic Governors Association straw poll? What an unbelievable insult to the intellect of any Democrat. It's no wonder these people can't raise money. But of course they tried. Most respondents say they're looking for a nominee who can defeat Donald Trump. How important is it to you that Democrats defeat Trump in 2020? I, of course, clicked not important at all, but that didn't stop them from trying to get me to contribute. They said the DGA is working tirelessly to elect more Democratic governors across the country. Democrats won huge victories up and down the ballot in 2018. And if we want to truly hold Donald Trump accountable and move our country forward, which really means backwards, or forward into a new world order, they say we need to keep working hard to elect Democrats across the country, including the ones in critical races in 2019. They say we're fighting tooth and nail to help Democrats win and stop Trump at the state level. But get this, friends, right-wing groups have shown they'll spend millions to stop Democrats' momentum. And we're already falling behind our end-of-month goals. Friends, therein lies the good news. The Democrats can't even raise money because their candidates are corrupt and their straw polls are even more corrupt. The Democratic Governors Association writes, if we don't hit our goals, we'll lose critical elections in 2019 and 2020 and have zero chance to stop Trump's cronies from enacting his nightmare agenda. What is the nightmare agenda? Protecting the life of the unborn, having a country with borders, lawful immigration, a sound Constitution and Bill of Rights, including free speech under the First Amendment and the right to bear arms under the Second Amendment. What a nightmare. No wonder these clowns can't raise money, because these people are corrupt, they hate our Constitution and our Bill of Rights. Their Marxist agenda has become clear as the Democratic Party has swung far, far, far left, so much so that it should now be called the Marxist Socialist Communist Party of the United States. And those are the people that want your guns, don't care about due process, and will continue to use these mass shooting events to come after your Bill of Rights. Thanks for watching. And for real news, 24/7, the antidote to corporate propaganda, CNN, Mockingbird, mainstream media, horror lies, visit us at sgtreport.com. God bless. Bye-bye.
I have quite a few things to say about this, Sean. Number one, you went back to the DNC and its money problems and all that. First of all,